So I've been putting out videos as much as I possibly can, and I try to think of different things to talk about. And I'm finding that when I go back on my videos, talk about my videos, y'all seem to have a lot more to say, and I enjoy that. So we're going to continue that trend today. I'm going to start off with one video that I had put out, my my first experience in the Philippines, and uh, I got to tell you, it was a culture shock to me. Okay, it was a culture shock, just like it is for anybody. But the longer I was there, I learned to put myself in that environment to just kind of well, there's nothing you can do. You're going to see things and hear things, and you know, just had to kind of put myself in that type of environment and just not really think about it, honestly. Um, but basically, I talk in this video about what it was like when I first arrived in the Philippines, my experience with my wife. I had delays that happened. It started back in Chicago, which put me late into Tokyo, and now I'm late coming into the Philippines. They didn't know if I was coming or not, so it was pretty interesting. And let's see, we're gonna see here. Let's add some comments here. I'm gonna start off with Elmo. Elmo says, "My heart is bouncing every time you said that you love our culture and our people and making me proud to be a Filipino." And she is, of course, thanking me. Thank you, Poe. Well, you are welcome. And I only speak from the heart. You know, that's how I feel. I just think the Philippine people are pretty amazing people. Some of the most loving people that I have ever met. And, you know, you don't have that here. You have good people here, don't get me wrong. You have good people in the States, okay? But it's not the same. Um, you have, like I said in the other video, people just don't know how to just take a deep breath and relax, okay? It's just not like that here. Everything is very, like, you know, we gotta get it done, gotta get it done, you know, very fast paced. Sam Expo TV says, "Welcome, sir, with your lovely wife. Thank you. Experience our New Year's Eve. It's really fantastic that you can't feel to other countries around the world." So, yes, I've been hearing a lot about your uh, Christmas and your New Year's. So, I will be there this year to celebrate that, and I'm so looking forward to that. Better have the red horse ready to go. You know what I'm saying? They better be stocked up because I'm coming over. Just saying. Let's see what else we got here, y'all. Um, let's see. Kevin Walker says it's good to have a smartphone so that you'll text in situations like that. I visited my ex-girlfriend in Japan, and we were in contact through my entire trip. I'm glad things worked out for you. I can see the happiness in both of your eyes. Thank you, Kevin. I appreciate that. We are very happy, man. Um, from the day that I started talking to her up, you know, it was just an awesome journey that we had. Um, you know, here here in the States, we have, I don't know if you're all familiar with it, we have a television program that's called 90 Day Fiance. And, you know, my wife and I enjoy watching it, but there's a lot that takes place in this show that we believe is either scripted or acted out. Only because you may have, out of maybe 4 or 5 couples going through that 90-day journey on, you know, are we going to get married or are we not going to get married? But in between those 90 days, there's a lot that's happening. There's a lot that's going on. Some couples, you may have the parents that are getting involved, and do they approve or do they disapprove of this foreigner? Um, and there seems to be an awful lot of fighting in these episodes, and I just where's that coming from? I just can only speak for my wife and I that we didn't have anything like that. It was nothing anywhere close to what they're portraying through this television show. So uh, I don't know, y'all. But we enjoy watching it. It's interesting. Uh, let's see. Ray Sir 7 just found your channel and sub. Thank you. Salamat. You are a very sweet couple, and I am glad that you found each other. Thanks for the really nice compliments on the Philippines. Having lived in New York City for the past 35 years, I could relate to some of your sentiments. I'll be watching Ray. Thank you, Ray. I appreciate that. Well, we've had a lot of people that feel that we're a very sweet couple because I'm the sweetest. You know what I'm saying? You can't get any sweeter than me. There's a whole lots of love in here. You know what I'm saying? So let's keep that real. We're going to keep that one real. Next. In the video, I have a fireplace that's going on the television screen, and Alan is asking, is that a fireplace in the background? Why, yes it is, Alan. It is a fireplace, my man, but it's on a TV. Thank you for embracing our culture. Merry Christmas to you and your loved ones. Thank you very much, even though Christmas is over. You got to remember, me putting these videos out was in around the time before Christmas. Okay, enough on that one. Okay, let's move on to something else. I have another video here that I put out that I think is very, I mean, if you want to get real, let's get real. And this video basically is about what it's like for somebody to leave their country, to leave everything to go be somewhere else. And this video to me was kind of it was a touchy video, only because of the experience with my wife and what have you. And I called this one Filipino Abroad, and this doesn't just pertain to leaving your country. This is also for those that are working abroad for a couple of years. We have a family member that from the Philippines that he does work abroad, and that's got to be very, very hard to deal with that sort of thing. So let's get on with it. In this video, I just talk about how I had to prepare myself for when my wife came over here, because I knew this was going to be a very difficult thing, not only for her but for myself. I had to kind of educate myself on helping her with some of the things that she may go through or experience. It's usually around Christmas time, New Year's is when it hits her the hardest, it seems like. Okay, so Miss Bambam says, I'm experiencing the same thing too. I am also 24 hours away from my family, but in Malaysia. This is very true. Yeah, I can't imagine, Miss Bam Bam. I can't imagine what that feels like. It's easier for me because I live here. Um, but I can't imagine leaving your children or leaving your husband, wife, family, leaving them behind. And it's to my understanding, if you work abroad, correct me on this, but if you work abroad, it's contracted for a couple of years, isn't it? As you have to basically work abroad for a couple of years with companies. Um, but anyhow, Efrain, Efrain, Efrain. Dude, I'm sorry if I'm not saying that, pronouncing that correctly. Let her work, and maybe staying busy will help her, and she can send her family more money, making her feel a lot better. Well, you know, when you move into another country through immigration, you can't start working right away. You have to. It's a process. It's a long process, and it was. I can't remember if it was 4 months, 4 or 6 months. She was not allowed to work, so it was hard for her being here by herself when I was working because I was worried about her. But I think she did very well with it. You know, she got through it, and you know, there you have it. It's hard for anybody. Um, I'm gonna go with Krypton Galaxy. Krypton Galaxy says I share the same with you as I'm supposedly going home for Christmas, but again, as per duty, I have to fly to Los Angeles and spend my dry Christmas here with nothing to inspire me, but only found your channel to hang out. And as always, I never left. Thanks for sharing your life. That was really nice. God bless. Um, you know, man, listen, I've heard numerous Filipinos that have come here to the U.S. and basically what they're experiencing is, yeah, you miss your family, but they also can't wait to get back on the plane to go back home because they find it boring here. Nobody has time to do anything with you. It's very boring to them. It's very fast paced, like I said, so the time is never there. It's unlike how it is in the Philippines. You know, my wife used to tell me that they would work, but even the work environment was fun. And they would leave after work and they would go to the mall or they would go grab something to eat together. So it is different here. You have basically a work family. Outside of that, you don't have much other than your own family, you know. That's very true. So it's tough. Mark York says, thank you so much for your videos. I lived in the Philippines for 5 years, and family is everything in the Philippines. Keep up the good work. Thank you. That's true. The family is everything in the Philippines. I do know that. Nad says, I've been in California for over 5 years, and now and every single day I'm thinking of wanting to fly back home. It's so damn boring and depressing in America. There you go, y'all. Nad is telling you straight up. Other Filipinos would tell me I'm feeling that way because I'm still new here. It's hard to make friends. It's hard to make friends here because everybody is busy or don't have time to mingle with other people. The neighborhood is so quiet and deserted, like you don't see people around. When you go to a shopping center, it's boring also. I don't really think I need to say anything more about that, other than it's more fun in the Philippines, y'all. It just is. I agree with them 100%. And like I said, I hadn't noticed that until I came back the very first time from the Philippines. And I came back, and what this gentleman here, Nad, was saying is basically a video that I had seen. A younger guy who also had traveled to the Philippines, came back home. I don't remember what state he lived in, but it doesn't matter because it's the same everywhere. After watching the video, I walk outside and I'm looking around and I'm thinking, it's true. You don't, even on beautiful days where it's warm in the summer months, people aren't outside. You know, people complain here that if you're living in a state where you get winters like where we are, I can't wait for spring and summer to get here, man, because I'm the type of person, I want to be outside and I want to be doing things and going places and driving with my windows down and having the windows, you know, up at home and letting fresh air come through the windows. But it's very true that when you go outside, nobody's out doing anything other than maybe cutting their grass. And it's quiet. I hadn't realized that until I had watched that video, and it's very true. Yeah, y'all, it is boring here in the States. It's very boring. Just saying. Take it from a man that's lived here his whole life, who people think he's cutting his country down, but I'm not cutting my country down. I'm just speaking the truth. It's the reality of what it's really like here. You know, like I said in my last video, people are in a hurry to get ready for work. People are in a hurry to get to work. People are in a hurry to get back home. People are in a hurry to go to the grocery store, get their items, in a hurry to get to the line, in a hurry to get back to their car, in a hurry to get back home. That's the reality of what it's really like here. People just don't take time to just take a deep breath and just sit back and go, wow, you know, I don't have to be this way. But that's just how it is every day here. Okay, Nad, thank you. I appreciate that, man. Appreciate your comment. Lena says, Lena or Lena? Lena. Lena. I believe I'm saying that right, Lena. She says it's true that that's the hardest thing to do in life, leaving your loved ones for a long period of time. We all do just to seek a greener pasture for us Filipinos. Everyone experiences this. And I understand that 100% because, like I said, I have a family member that also works abroad. And the how hard it is for his wife and daughter to not see their daddy because daddy's working abroad, to make it a greener environment per se in their life. Taro Go says, indeed, it's a tough thing to happen. As adults, we have grown accustomed to the way we do things. Okay? Then we uproot ourselves and transplant ourselves into a foreign soil. I was there for around 2 weeks in New Orleans and Arizona, and it felt like 2 years. Children, though, have an easier in adapting a new culture, attitude, and environment, which is true. Children don't fully understand, of course. They don't fully understand what's behind the whole thing. When they're young, yeah, it's easier, but when they start becoming teenagers, it's very difficult because they don't want to leave the friends that they have now, you know, and so that can be a very difficult transition. So, all right, enough on that one. Enough on that one, you guys. Okay, no more. I just wish that I had more hits on it. That's all. Um, I have one, two, three, four, five, six. I don't know. I have about 7 or 8 videos of when I had um, before I was gonna have surgery, and then while I was in the hospital. Have wow, wow, come on, man. While I had the surgery, and then afterwards. And when you're told that you have to have heart surgery, I mean, the first thing that went through my mind was, oh wow. But it all started back in Ancestry.com. I woke up one. First of all, I must say that I never really knew who my biological dad was. He left when I was just a baby, and I never met him. I never seen him. Didn't know anything about him. So, being 50 years old, and I can't say that I have thought about him throughout my life, but I never really did anything to pursue trying to find him or what have you. But I woke up, I'm 50 years old now, and I woke up, and I don't know what it was, but I was thinking about my biological dad. I'm thinking, is he alive? Is he dead? I really need to know. And the other reason also is when you go see a doctor and they want your family background, I couldn't give any information about my dad because, well, I just didn't know. So I went into Ancestry.com, which I give that a 5-star rating. That is an amazing, amazing website that will connect you with whoever you're looking for if you have the right information. It just so happened that I did have the right information, and I connected instantly and found out that my biological dad had died back in 1995 at a young age. Okay, he was 54 years old when he died, and he died because he had a massive heart attack basically at his work, and he just like hit the floor, and that was it. It was instant death. He had blockage somewhere around the heart. Well, when I was born with a wasn't really a defective valve, but I was born with a valve that wasn't, or it didn't form properly, I should say. And the older you get, the more you start running into problems. Now, what I was experiencing, I was feeling really tired, fatigued. I didn't have any energy. I didn't, it was terrible. So, with getting checked out, the doctors are saying you need to have your aortic valve replaced. This is what's causing the problem. So, for me, it was like a miracle that I was able to find my biological dad, that I was able to also get a little bit of a medical background on him, and which led me to having the surgery. He was type 2 diabetic, and I also am type 2. And I have 3 other sisters that are type 2, so we inherited that from him. So, I don't know. I just see it as it was a miracle that I was able to connect in that way to find out this information with, not ever knowing the man. It's sad that, I never got to meet him, but it is what it is. So, a lot of these videos, it started out before I went into, as I was going into the hospital that morning. I had the surgery, and then I had my wife use the camera on me whenever I had come out of surgery. And if you haven't checked them out, check it out, man, because I gotta tell you, man, it wasn't a bad experience. It really wasn't. It's what I'm dealing with now. Okay, they don't tell you what side effects, what effects you'll have after having heart surgery. Basically, your whole body hurts. because they say that was like trauma to your whole body. Um, that's what I'm experiencing right now. Is my whole body is hurting, and I still have here, as you can see. Uh, can you see that, y'all? Wait, right there. It's still not fully healed, okay, but that's where they made the incision. So it's quite a journey, but I'm forever grateful to have had it done, and I'm still waiting for that boost of energy that they said that I'd have. But my whole body basically hurts, and I have to give it time to bring it back to where it's supposed to be. So they say between 8 to 9 months, but if you get a chance, check it out. Check out some of those videos. I have a video when I had the surgery. It was, I think it was 1 or 2 days after I had the surgery. And then there's a video, it's called Get Moving, where it shows me I have gained 10-15 pounds of water weight from this surgery. And it shows me up walking around, and you could see clearly that I was pretty blown up from this surgery. And then I have the pain. I have stoned from the meds. I was pretty stoned, y'all. I mean, those meds had me hallucinating on things. I'm thinking that sometimes I'm sitting there and I'm thinking something's like moving through the room, and I'm like, what was that? I was hallucinating. After the surgery, a spot of tea. You have to check that one out. That was actually kind of funny. The day after heart valve surgery, and then of course I give updates and things like that as well. But if you get a chance, check it out. I got over 300 videos, y'all, and just to give you a little bit of a background, this is like a jibber jabberish type video, but I'm just putting it out there. It all started with me through my work. I travel a lot, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to take my phone and I'm going to start getting some footage of me traveling the turnpike, the Pennsylvania Turnpike. And that's what I did. I started recording some of my routes, and that's basically how I got started on YouTube. I just started posting those videos and realized that those videos weren't all that great. People didn't care. So I started then, adding different things, and you have people that are camera shy, and people that say that I don't think that I would be able to do that because I'm too shy. Well, basically when you're doing videos and you're talking into a camera like this, basically I'm talking to you. Okay, so if you are not a people person, you just have to block all that out. You just talk into the camera. That's all you're doing. It isn't any different than if you were standing in front of a mirror talking to yourself in the mirror. It's the same thing. Almost. But that's pretty much what I got on this video, y'all. I just wanted to touch on some more videos. I hope you guys are all healthy, happy, enjoying your life, and good things are happening to you guys. We always want health, money, no, what is it? Money and, no, wealth, happy life. What else is there? So anyhow, y'all, I'm going to leave you with that. I'm going to have more videos coming. I just hope you're all healthy, you're all happy, and just keep it real, okay? Keep it real and love the one that you're with. That's very important. That's very important. Here, it's always about the love with my wife, because I love the woman so much. She has probably no idea how much I love her. You know what I mean? She has brought things into my life that Uh, it just blows me away with just how loving she really is. And she has a lot of friends here that all say the exact same thing about her. It comes naturally in all you Filipinos. And, well, I just can't wait. Maybe when I get over there, maybe I could turn myself into a Filipino. What do you think? I don't know. I'll have a different skin color. And that's another thing, y'all. Y'all want the same kind of skin that I have. I understand that you want this kind of skin. The white skin. Why? Why do you want white skin? One of the things my wife had asked me when we had been over there, she said, "So what does it feel like to you knowing that we all look alike?" I said, "Well, you don't actually all look alike. There's different facial features in different people, and everybody's shaped differently." And she said, "No, no, no. I mean like the skin, the hair, the eyes. It's all the same." And I hadn't really thought about it, but now that she had mentioned it to me, I'm like, well, yeah. I said, I don't know. I just hadn't really thought about it, honestly. That's just how it is. You come here and you get all different kinds. You get redheads, blondes, blue eyes, green eyes, brown eyes, hazel eyes, whatever. But who knows, maybe when I get over there I could turn myself into a Filipino. That would be nice. That would be nice. Anyhow, anyhow, guys. All right, keep it real. Love the ones you're with, and I will talk to you guys very soon. Bye.